Hi, I'm Wilson. Today I'm making a simple video to show how to use MIDI Captain to control Kemper KPA. I'm using the MIDI MATE for wireless control, so there is no any cables here. So where is MIDI MATE? Let's take a look. This is the MIDI MATE wireless adapter. The MIDI Captain has a wireless module as well inside. When the MIDI Captain and the MIDI MATE are both configured with the same wireless ID, which is default at 8, they will be paired automatically. MIDI MATE has battery inside. If you are using all the time, it recommends to connect the MIDI MATE to a power adapter. Something interesting is that although we give this very short cable along with the product, the KPA just has a USB-A port on the back panel. This port has the power source ability, so we can plug it in here. No need to worry about the sourcing ability as the MIDI MATE takes little current. When powered by the USB cable, the device is working even when the switch is on off state. It will not charge the battery inside as well. If the switch is at on state, the battery gets charged by the external source. The most easy way to control KPA is to use the KPA presets on the MIDI Captain. We can use the preset 4 named KMPA. If you are using the latest firmware, after you select a new preset and click the home or the back button, the device will be restart automatically. Now we are powering the device with the battery and the wireless control, so there is no any cable and it feels so free to control anywhere. In the range within 10 to 30 meters. It depends on the wireless environment. There is a wireless power setup item in both MIDI Captain and in MIDI MATE. The default power is not at the maximum value. If you need further distance, you can increase that value. Remember, it takes more current. Let me explain the functions of this preset. The up and down key are used for the bank change of the program control. Bank 1, A, B, C, D, and E. E is here. And next bank 2, A, B, C, D, and E, and so on. The left of the left 3 buttons is used for tuner control. The key 2 is used for the control of slot A on and off with CC commands. Key 3 is used for the delay slot on and off. There is a browser mode and a perform mode for KPA. In either mode, the KPA presets can be controlled by MIDI program change. The only difference is that in perform mode, the presets are organized by 5 for each group. And by default, all the perform mode banks are empty, so you need to select the presets you like to fill in the perform positions. Let's turn on and try the perform mode now. Since we already have the MIDI MATE connected and also powered by KPA, now the PC control is already active. Now is the first tone of the perform bank, the second, third, fourth, and the fifth. Let's see the tuner on, off. And let's look at the key 2. There is a pop window, and this is because this preset has these modules. So there is no target to be controlled. So let's try another one. Okay, this one has K2 for the slot A on-off control, and the K3 is for the delay on-off control. So these are all the 8 keys functions for the KPA preset. Actually, all the key functions can be customized based on your own needs. You may ask what else we can do. Let's take a look at the MIDI chart in KPA menu. Here is part of the CC control chart. Here we can see the number after the pound sign is the CC ID number. In the complete CC command, there is the second parameter, the CC value after the CC ID number. We can think that the CC ID number is a mapping to the things we want to control. The CC value is the detailed control date. We can see that the CC ID 1 is used for wah-wah control. The CC ID 4 is used for the pitch control. 7 is for the volume control. ID 10 can be used to control the pan and from left to right, right to left. CC 11 is very important and special. It is called the Morph control. This CC control can change your tone from the base point to the morph point continuously. I will talk about this later. And we also have the delay mix, delay feedback, reverb mix and the reverb feedback, gain control and the monitor output volume. All of these are continuous control and can be assigned to the expression pedal. Now let's get to the module on and off control. 16 is for all the signal chain together. 17 for module A, 18B, 19C, and 20D. 22 for the X module and 24 for the mood module and 26 for the delay module. There are two kinds of on-off for the delay and the reverb module, with or without the spillover. CC30 is for the tap control and the CC31 is for the tuner control. These two are also very commonly used. Let's get to the last one of this page, the CC80. As we said before, the CC11 is for the morph control and this one is for the morph button. Simply speaking, if we send the CC80 127, then the morph tone is unlocked. You can set anything you want as the morph tone, and it will be linked to your expression pedal positions. Then, if you send the CC80 0, the morph tone is locked again. Okay, those are the main things we can do with the CC control. Now let's look at how we can customize the functions in USB mode. Hold key 1 before power on the device, and then release. We will enter into the USB setup mode. There will be a virtual disk named MIDI Captain recognized by the computer. Both the Windows PC and the Mac system are supported. All the normal mode setups are located in the setup folder. It includes all the global setups for all the presets. Inside each preset folder, there are setup files for each key. Key 0 to key 4 are stand for the upper 5 keys. Key 5 to 9 are stand for the lower 5 keys. Now we open the global setup file 4, which we used for the KPA. We can change the preset name here if we wanted. There are lots of other items related to other setups like the screen brightness and wireless ID, and also the expression pedal CC number, and items related to the time engine function. We can even set up the wireless transmission power here. Also, we can decide whether or not to use the encoder wheel to change the PC number. And here we can choose the wallpaper of this preset. Let's go back to the key or see the button functions. For example, the key 0, this is the physical key 1. We can customize the LED color here. If you would like to change the LED color, you can turn this LED color override bit to 1 and then write your own color with an RGB format. This 00FF00, it means the color green. Let's turn on the override. And all this part of the setups are for the key pressed down, and this part is for the key released up. We can see here the release up function is not enabled. For the pressing down, the first item is to enable this action. The second item is very important. It determines what's the key's function. The MIDI types. Since we already selected the key's function as CC, we can just focus on the CC items, and the CC number is 31. Let's look at again about the MIDI chat. So we can see this CC31 is for the tuner. If the button is used for CC send control, and we can set this CC send to 1 so that the LED function works better. CC tap setup is available in the new released firmware 3.04. If this item is set, the LED will flash according to the tap speed. This toggle function is very important and commonly used as well. After set, the CC value will automatically toggle from 0 to 127. For most cases, the CC value from 0 to 63 means off and 64 to 127 means on. So if you want to change the key functions, you can just change this CC ID number to what you want to control based on this MIDI chat of KPA. It is almost the same for any other equipment. Now let's do a simple experiment. Let's change the color to red, FF0000. Then all things left is to save the file. It's just a normal TXT file. You can use any TXT editor software to do this. After the file saved, we just turn off the device and do a normal turn on again. Okay, now we can see this key LED color becomes red, and its function is for the tuner on-off. So this is the whole process of customization. So we can change all the key functions based on our needs, the MIDI command types, PC or CC or even note, and the CC numbers, and whether or not to toggling, and all that kind of things. Now let's talk about something about the KPA's very unique function, the morph control. For each tone preset of KPA, it can have a bass tone and a morph tone. They are sharing the same signal chain, but can be totally different because of the parameters variation. We can use CC commands and the expression pedal to do the morph control, which means we can control the tone continuously change from the bass tone to the morph tone. Now let's introduce our new product, a very nice expression pedal, Foot Captain. The size and foot feeling is very good. One thing is that it has two outputs. One is for the tip output control and one is for the rain output control. This means almost all the host devices can be supported by this expression pedal. If you are confused with the connection, just try one or the other. With the help of the expression pedal, we have the control source with the continuous CC value change. EXP1 has the default CC ID number 1, and EXP2 has the CC ID 7. 7 is for the volume control, so we can see here the volume changed. These are just the normal expression CC control. If we use the expression pedal to do the morph control, it's getting more interesting. With the morph control, not only just one parameter was controlled, you can do multi-parameters control simultaneously. It's so powerful for the morph control, and let's take a look at an example. In the following, we can hear the bass tone of this preset, and you can see it is almost a clean tone. Let's get morphed about 30%. And morphed to 60%. Morph to 100%. For any parameter change inside the morph control, you don't need to care about the direction and the range of the changes. It's just to get morphed from position A to position B. The morph tone setup is a little bit complex, and I will make a dedicated video to show how to make your own morph tone. Okay, that's all for today's video, and stay tuned. See you next time.